Hello lovelies and welcome to my channel. So today we are going to be creating what I am calling the dark quartz makeup look, and we are going to be using the rose quartz eyeshadow palette. I have been absolutely obsessed with this palette since the day that I got it. I love all of the shades. The star of this look today is this shade called Energized. Just really wanted to create something around this shade specifically. I have used all of the shades in this eyeshadow palette except for that color, so I wanted to create something a bit different. So if you love this look, and let's get going. We're going to start off by going in with the shade first. We're going to be using this almost sort of as our transition shade. Going in with the shade Precious first. Okay, so I'm now going to blend this slightly up onto my brow bone just a little bit. And then going back into windscreen wiper mode. And just brushing it up and down around the lid. So I'm going to be using this slightly more denser brush just to put a little bit more pigment on the eyes. And I'm now going to be packing just a little bit more of Precious on my eyelid. Just want this to be super intense so that the shimmer can sit on top of the color. It is packing on a lot here, but we're going to use our blender brush to blend that out anyway. And now going in just with your blending brush again, and we're just going to soften up those edges. And we're now going to go in with a slightly smaller blending brush into the shade Mantra. And we're just going to go in right to where the crease is. This is the only place where we want to create a slightly darker shade and contour around your eyelid. Now going back in with that blending brush just to soften that harsh line. Again, just bringing it up just above that crease. So I'm loving the way that this is looking, but I think we can add a little bit of a pop of color. So I'm actually going to do this with the shade Radiate. It's a bit of a rosy brown, so it's just going to add a little pop of pink just on the top of our lid. So taking our MAC blending brush, just going to go again just slightly above where your crease is. I'm going to go in now with Precious and just pop some color onto the bottom of our eyelid. So we're just going to go right here, pencil brush, just gently outlining your eye. Remember to be super gentle with this, we don't want to be adding in any wrinkles. We're going in with the shade Energized, and this is pretty much going to pull the whole look together. So basically we're going to be covering up the whole lid with this shade except for the inner corner. And I'm really going to be packing on this metallic shade for maximum impact. I'm going to go in again with a little bit more of Energize using our little pencil brush, going over that waterline. So I just like to be really super sensitive around this area. I'm in my 30s, so I really don't want to be pre-aging myself by pulling on this skin. So we're just going in now with our blending brush. I just want to blend out the metallic shade so that it blends nicely into the matte shadow underneath. So we're now going to go into the inner corner with Self Love, and we're going to be using the slightly more whiter part just to highlight up the inner corner. With my little Sigma pencil brush, it's actually going on beautifully. Self Love is almost sort of like a pearly shade mixed with rose gold. And I'm also going to take the leftover of my brush and actually just put it on just on the top of my brow bone. So I like to put quite a lot of product on my inner eye. I just like the way that it looks. And even going to be going in with a little bit of highlighter in a moment. I just want to feed this into the other shadow and blend it in nicely. Okay, so loving the way this is looking. We're going to now just go in with a little bit of mascara because my eyes are looking naked and they urgently need some assistance. That mascara out because it is actually annoying me, but this Maybelline Sky High mascara is so much better. And now I'm just going to go in and grab those bottom lashes. We are now going to go in with these Huda lashes. For me, these are actually quite big lashes. I usually go for slightly more natural ones, but I feel like because this is slightly more darker, dramatic look, I do want to have quite big, sizable lashes. And we are finally ready to go in with a bit of blush, so I'm going to be using the shade Melba from MAC. Tapping motions, I really don't like to pull on the skin too much. Now for our highlighter, I'm going to be using the Light Glow Obsessions palette. I'm going to be using these two shades together for a highlighter. Just going in with my Sigma tapered highlighting brush, I'm just going to highlight my cheekbone. So I'm now going to go just above my lip line. Into the white highlighter for this. And I'm just going to be taking what's left over, gently piercing my highlighter brush and just going down the middle of my nose. And now we're going to go in with one of my favorite lipsticks, which is the Matte Huda lipstick, and this is in the shade Anniversary. So we're now just going to go in with a little bit of white liner, just to lighten up the eyes and make them look bigger. Okay, so zooming right in here, I don't know if you can actually see what that white liner does, but it just sort of opens up your eyes and makes them appear slightly bigger. And I'm now going in with the Sugar Cookie Easy Bake setting powder. Using my mother's old blush brush from like 1970. So that is it for today's video, guys. I know this is a slightly different way to end off a video, but I just wanted to show you what the makeup looks like in slightly natural light. It is, of course, a little bit on the dark side because the sun is setting, but just so that you can kind of get an idea of what the eyeshadow and the whole makeup looks like in slightly different lighting. If you guys enjoyed this tutorial, I am incredibly happy with how this turned out. Please remember to like this video and to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!